I have no clue. It's not up on YouTube yet. And you just duplicated it. Oh, now it's got like 4 of them. Okay. But I don't see anything live right now.
Yeah, we're live. Mike.
Oh. Well, apologies for the late start here as we are just about to get underway between the Wildcats and the Livingston College Blue Bears. Consolation bracket of the HBCU Invitational here at the State Farm Fieldhouse. Well, grab a cup of coffee, maybe a breakfast sandwich if you're so inclined, and join us for early morning hoops on the CatEye Radio Network. The ball is bounced around. It is almost a tie-up, but the Wildcats do win the tip. They'll go right to left, and Madison Holden immediately loses the ball out of bounds over the baseline, and that's the first turnover for the Cats. I know you didn't get a chance to talk about it in your keys to the game, but both of these teams, turnovers. Livingstone and Bethune-Cookman both averaging 21 turnovers per contest. Whistle on a stoppage of play is Livingstone in the all-black, trimmed in light blue. White numbers with a light blue trim. Livingstone in white across the front. Wildcats in the all-white. Big gold stripe trimmed in maroon down the side. Gold numbers with a maroon trim. Livingstone works left to right in this first half. It'll be their top scorer, Josiah Crawford, who lost the ball. Got stripped by Holden. All the way across, Dorsey, and one up and under as she got bumped from behind by Nyasia Green. Wildcats on the board early.
I'm really expecting Holden to be on the boards as well for a good amount of steals for the Wildcats as well.
So Damani Dorsey, who leads the team in steals, goes to the free throw line, misses it off to the right. She's one of the better free throw shooters on this team at 76%. Wildcats do run the full court press Livingstone into the front court. Here's a right-hand drive down the lane. Layup too short. Rebound by the Wildcats. It's lost on the baseline. A battle for it is going to go to be a jump ball. Livingston will have the possession arrow. It's Tyler Butler tried to grab that rebound. She was battling with Breasia Coit, the 6'3" sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland. Plenty of Baltimore representation across both of these teams today. Livingstone with a baseline in. They go all the way up on top to Crawford, who's averaging 14.5 points per game. Here's a kick out to the right wing three. Good for Nyasia Green, and Livingstone is on the board. 3-2. Blue Bears over Wildcats. Madison Holden on the right wing, back to the top for Alexandria Johnson. Johnson stops, throws it underneath the basket, wide open for the layup. Good is Tanai Tyler.
This is what I was talking about earlier when I want to see the Wildcats run plays. That was the definition of that. Being poised and control under the paint and making sure they're efficient with their passes.
Wildcats trap at the midcourt stripe. Livingstone works the ball across. It's back to the top of the key. 3 on the way for Crawford. No good. Offensive putback. No good. Tapped out of bounds. Wildcat ball. Last touch by Coit. And already we see what we talked about pregame, Sabrina.
Keeping the legs fresh. We don't have a deep bench for Livingston, so they have to be very strategic on who they enter or who they check in for the game.
I was also talking about rebounds.
Yes,
that was
well
two offensive rebounds already for Livingstone. Wildcats up 4-3, 8:26 to go in the first quarter. Alexandria Johnson, right-hand drive to the free throw line. Kick and fire for a 3 for Dorsey. Too strong. Butler grabs the rebound. She got tied up by Coit. Jump ball, and it'll be a Wildcat ball. Already 2 jump balls in the first 5 minutes.
It's going to be a lot of those throughout the entire game. But this is also circling back to what I said earlier as well with the us grabbing the rebounds but losing it at the same time.
Wildcats with a baseline in. Attacking the basket to listeners left. Ball got poked away from Johnson on the inbound, but she recovers near the midcourt line. Gets blitzed off of a high ball screen and gets reached in upon for a foul on Demaria Moore, the sophomore from Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is a sophomore-heavy team.
Yes.
7 sophomores on this Livingstone team that were all freshmen on this team last year in the 3rd year of Coach Queen Smith at Livingstone. Madison Holden off the right wing side, passes to Dorsey. Baseline drive, up and in for Dorsey.
Mike, I'm really happy because plays are being ran, and this is not something that is usually, common for the Wildcats. we tend to get in our heads a little bit. So seeing this play out correctly really makes me happy.
Dorsey with the 4, the Wildcats' first 6. Baseline drive on the right-hand side for Livingstone. Layup good by Nyasia Green. At it 6-5. Wildcats go quickly, and Dorsey's wide open under the basket in transition. Timeout, Livingstone already.
That's what I want to see from the Wildcats. We have the potential to run up the scores and be extremely fast at what we do. So we need to make sure that we're head on strong and continue to press on against Livingstone. Livingstone needs to be able to slow the Wildcats down if I have to do their keys to the game. They need to slow the Wildcats down so that they're able to run their plays efficiency as well. Nyasia's going crazy, along with Briasia, who is getting those offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds as well, too.
8-5 Wildcats at the 7:38 mark of the first quarter. And you said pace, right?
Yes.
Run them out the gym. The Wildcats are already doing that. They're looking to push in transition, and they've got some easy looks at the basket, both for Damani Dorsey and for Sinai Tyler early on.
Absolutely. And if Livingstone wants to really catch up, they would really need to know how to get that energy and slow it down. They need to understand we are playing our game. We're going to continue to run them out the court. But if Livingstone wants to be able to follow suit, figure out a way to transfer that energy with us.
And, Coach Sabrina, something I've noticed very early on that the Wildcats are doing defensively that I haven't noticed before this season is they're aggressively trapping at the half-court line.
Yes.
They're not doing a full court press, but maybe 3/4 court, and they're denying access across the half-court stripe with a double team right in the middle.
And honestly, that just cuts down the time for them to get to court to set up a play, which really gets into their head. So far, they have been running the press, but it hasn't been as aggressive. They're playing off of it just a little bit more. So I'm hoping that they continue to be a little bit more aggressive on the press. That could probably, shake their boots a little bit more.
There is no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. Help us build a championship culture at Bethune-Cookman. You can donate and join at bcuathletics.com/champions club. 7:38 to go in the first quarter. A hot offensive start for both teams, which is not what we expected coming into today's game.
Yeah. I need hard, aggressive.
Wildcats will run the press again. They'll trap as the ball approaches the half-court line. Livingstone gets it across to Nyasia Green. Underneath to Coit, she lays it up and in.
I think we need to go back because Holden was playing monster at the press. Maybe go back to Sinai or maybe Damani because they both have that build to be able to deny access where they were able to throw the ball over Holden.
Wildcats up one tonight. Tyler driving all the way in. Doesn't finish the layup, but she will get a blocking foul called on Josiah Crawford and will go to the free throw line. 8-7 BCU, 7:13 to go. Then the Wildcats, if Livingstone breaks that press, have not had a lot defensively. Quite that time with an easy bucket.
She was able to throw the ball over her
yeah,
head.
Nyasia Green has had a couple of easy looks as Sinai Tyler heads to the free throw line. First one is good. She's a 50% free throw shooter on the season, coming in 14 of 28, the junior transfer from Trinity Valley Community College out in Texas.
No notes so far, Mike. My page is very clear, so hopefully they can keep that up.
2 of 2 from the free throw line for Tyler that time. 10-7, Bethune-Cookman, 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Livingstone back across the timeline, going left to right in the corner. Here's Jamira Cherry, who's just checked in. Cherry drives right baseline, gets all the way in, and travels with the basketball. Nice defense by
Great
Tyler Butler.
Defense, yes. And I talked to her earlier today about her, along with Sinai, being a very fundamental player. I love how they play. They play the game, but they play it in their own way.
6:55 to go. Wildcats back on offense. Just checking in for the Wildcats is Jordan Brooks. Damani Dorsey on a high ball screen action will go right wing side with it. Stop and pop from 15 feet and knock it down.
She said nobody wants it. I'm going to take it myself.
Dorsey with the mid-range jumper. She's got 6 of the Wildcats' 12 here in the opening 4.5 minutes.
Feels like this might be her game.
Double high ball screen action for Crawford. She'll go right, guarded by Holden. Back to the top for Cherry as Livingstone controls. Faking the 3 on the left wing side is Green. Green bottled up by Dorsey, has to get rid of it. 7 on the shot clock, back to Crawford at the top of the key. Around the screen, fires along 2. Short, long rebound comes right back to her at the top of the key. Crawford goes right, throws it down low to Coit. Against Tyler Butler, goes right through her and scores.
I want to see Tyler Butler be a little bit more aggressive against Coit because they both have that aggressiveness in them. It's just it's the finesse.
Madison Holden now for the Wildcats on offense. Around the screen, throws it back to Dorsey right in front of the Livingston bench on the right wing side. Almost got the ball poked away from her by Cherry. Now she'll go around the Butler screen, take another mid-range jump shot, miss it too strong. Livingston rebound by Crawford. Here come the Blue Bears, trailing 12-9. Crawford stops at the top of the key, throws to Green. She fires a three, off to the right. Rebound Dorsey on the box out.
Great defense by the
Wildcats want to run in transition, holding ahead to Tyler. Layup good. Wildcats are pushing the pace offensively today. They're up 14-9. Approaching the media timeout of the first half, 5:20 to go. Livingston back in the ball in the left-hand corner. They throw it down low to Coit, and Butler pokes the ball away. But it comes right back to Crawford at the free throw line. Kick out right wing three by Cherry. No good off the front of the rim. Another offensive rebound for Crawford. She drives in. Floater in the lane. Off to the right, no good. And Sanai Tyler finally pulls down a BCU board. Holden looks to push in transition. She's going to go all the way coast to coast. Dish to Jordan Brooks. And who throws it off of a Livingston defender and out of bounds. I thought she was going to go up with that herself for the layup. She tried to find Damani Dorsey cutting on the baseline.
Yes, but honestly, I'm loving what the Wildcats are doing. They're running the ball, like I asked them to earlier before. And, you know, part of my keys to the game with Livingston being an efficient team as well, it comes along with the shooting. So when they're down there, they have the plays. The ball is in their hand. It's communing with that.
Brooks inbounds to Dorsey. Back to Kaylin Peters up top. She goes down low. Butler. Kick out right wing side. Brooks a three.
Kaboom! Oh, my goodness.
Jordan Brooks strains the catch and shooter from the left-hand corner. 17-9 Bethune-Cookman. Livingstone into the front court. Here on the right wing side, right in front of our broadcast position. Here's Rachel Charrington, who's just checked in. Across to Boston Bates. Bates back to Charrington, top of the key. Bates sets the screen. Now it's thrown to the right wing to Green. Green down low, finds Cherry against Butler underneath.
Nice.
Throws it up. Butler gets the block. Offensive board again for Charrington. She can't finish the putback. Jordan Brooks runs the ball down the floor. Loses it across the half-court stripe. Nice shimmy move to shake Charrington. Floater in the lane, no good though. And Livingstone grabs the rebound. Here's Rachel Charrington in transition. To the left wing corner for a three. No good. Tapped out of bounds on the rebound. It'll go to the Blue Bears. Well, when one really good center goes out for Coit, another one takes her place. It's the freshman Destiny Drakeford, 6'2", out of Columbia, South Carolina. She's a two-sport athlete, plays volleyball and basketball at Livingstone. Baseline in for the Bears. They go to the right wing side for Green. Green now in the corner. Spins, goes to the baseline on the right-hand side. Steps back, floater, no good. Another offensive rebound for Livingstone, goes to the corner and tapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Wildcats, Derasia Pitts. Will give the ball back to Livingstone, and the Blue Bears are buzzing on the offensive glass right now.
Their moves are there when it comes to like their field goal percentages. Nothing is falling, but like you said, they are doing great for those second chance points. They're gonna do whatever it takes to get it up there.
Driving in and getting the foul called is Charrington amongst the crowd of Wildcat bodies. That'll go against Derasia Pitts, her first foul.
I'm happy about how the Wildcats are being, not the Wildcats, I'm so sorry. The Bears are able to literally keep their calm, you know, no matter how the Wildcats are making it fast-paced for them or creating that tension.
First one good for Rachel Charrington, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. Charrington from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Second one no good, rebound to Kaylin Peters, the senior out of Nichols State. Alexandria Johnson back in the game for the Wildcats. She hands it right wing side to Brooks. Brooks around the screen, an illegal screen by Derasia Pitts. She picks up two quick fouls. And with 3:21 to go here in the first quarter, still 17-10 Bethune-Cookman, but the Wildcats have gone 3 trips down the floor without scoring.
Gotta be careful on those mistakes.
Livingston back on the ball, going left to right in the all-black, trimmed in sky blue and white. On the right baseline, it's Green. Floated up off the underside of the rim. It's a collateral damage under the rim. It's going to be another jump ball. And the third of the first quarter will give the ball back to Livingstone on the possession arrow. Here's the freshman Jade Parks checking in for the Wildcats. First time we've seen her. First time we've seen her on the CatEye Network this season. She was injured to start the year and has played sparingly in the last 4 games. Her first appearance of the season was 2 weeks ago against Maryland. Nice baseline play, inbounds play, and wide open for the layup is Destiny Drakeford to put Livingston back on the board, 17-12. Alexandria Johnson matched up against Green up top as the Wildcats control. Johnson picks up her dribble, got bumped, finds Butler all the way back near the midcourt stripe. Butler hands off to Brooks, who almost got the ball stripped by Charrington. Brooks gets around Charrington, drives all the way in, floats it up and in, didn't even need the backboard. Jordan Brooks has 5 points in the first quarter, 2.5 to go in the opening frame, 19-12 Wildcats over Livingston. Green fires a transition three from the right wing, no good, nice box out for the rebound by Peters. Wildcats are running in transition. Here's Johnson, shovels it to the left-hand corner. Brooks open for three again.
Oh,
boom!
She's no longer the fearless freshman no more. We have to come up with a name because she's a sophomore now.
8 points in the first quarter for Jordan Brooks. 22-12, the Wildcats have opened up a 10-point lead, and they force a turnover with the full court press. Jordan Brooks wide open for another layup, and it's 24-12.
I'm talking about I need them to press. This is the team that I've been looking for and the team that I know the Wildcats are able to play for. They're coming back for blood, especially after that loss against Edward Waters yesterday. They have something to prove.
Livingston breaks through the press, driving all the way in. 5-foot floater, good for Boston Bates, her first points of the night. The Charlotte, North Carolina native averages 10 per game. I almost don't have time to speak because here comes Alexandria Johnson is all the way back. She drives into the paint, kicks it left side for Peters underneath Butler on a catch, and she got fouled when she went up for the layup. That was a nice play. You had Butler posting up front side. They threw the ball over her head because she was matched up against the smaller player.
Yeah. Because you know you're going to get fouled every single time that you're down there.
Yep.
But, Mike, let's go back to the keys to the game, man. I am so excited to really see that. My keys to the game, I asked them to run them out. They are literally not even giving us a chance to talk because of how fast they're running them out. And that's what I want to see from them. Not only are they running them out, they're efficient with it. They're consistent, and they're poised.
Wildcats will bring a couple of starters back into the game tonight. Tyler comes back along with Damani Dorsey, who hit 5 points early on. Tyler Butler's the free throw line. Misses the first one long off the heel. Butler, just a 55% free throw shooter on the floor, on the season, excuse me. And with how big she is and with how much she battles in the paint, surprisingly only 10 free throws on the season. That was number 11. It's off the mark as she goes 0 of 2. Wildcats by 10, 24-14. With a minute and 18 to go first quarter. Open at the free throw line for a jumper that's good is Demaria Moore.
Time to run up that score again. The Wildcats already halfway down. Didn't give Livingston a chance.
Driving right-hand side of the lane. Layup no good. Rebound Breasia Coit, who's checked back in for Livingstone. 60 ticks left in the first quarter. Coit up on top, trying to get the ball to Crawford, who's guarded well by Dorsey, and she throws the ball down low. Nice tap pass by Charrington. Back to Moore. Her layup's no good. Coit battling for the rebound. Grabbed by Kaylin Peters. Here she comes. Peters dumps it off to Dorsey in transition. Her layup is no good. 38 seconds left. Livingstone controls the ball. 6 second difference, shot clock to game clock. Chance for the Wildcats to have the last shot if they can hold here. Livingston's top scorer Crawford down to Coit. She drives right-hand side of the lane. Got fouled by Tyler Butler. No shot. So it'll be a baseline in with 23 seconds to go. That'll reset the shot clock to 20. Now just 3 second difference, shot clock to game clock. They're gonna bring Maya Johnson in here.
Oh, this is what I was waiting for, Mike.
I think body type wise, she's the best matchup against Breasia Coit that the Wildcats have.
I was waiting for this. I knew that they were going to be a great matchup with each other. I'm just really hoping Amaya really follows through. She has so much potential.
Tonight, Tyler with a big block on a drive by Crawford. Crawford got it back, plays it to the free throw line for Bates. Her floater is no good. Maya Johnson grabs the board. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Wildcats will have the final shot. Here comes Madison Holden. Puts her shoulder on the chest of the defender. Sinai Tyler driving at the free throw line. Underneath a wide open Maya Johnson, who lays it in right at the first quarter horn. Tyler drew two defenders at the free throw line, and Maya Johnson was as wide open as Josh Evans was at the Florida Classic for that layup.
If you guys can't tell right now, I am extremely, extremely happy of what's been happening. the keys to the game has been following through. The Wildcats are running Livingston out. But I have to give it to Livingston for being able to keeping up with them conditionally because I was not expecting that. At the same time, though, they are killing us with these rebounds. So hopefully when Amaya comes in, that there's a different change of pace when it comes to grabbing those rebounds.
That's the end of the first quarter. Wildcats 26, Livingstone 16. We're back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Second quarter on tap in the consolation bracket of the HBCU Hoops Invitational here at the State Farm Fieldhouse at Walt Disney World, Wide World of Sports in Orlando. Wildcats lead the Livingstone Blue Bears 26-16. Livingstone starts with the ball going left to right. Back up on top. Here's Crawford. Takes a three. Rattles out. Sanaya Tyler grabs the rebound. Holden, long pass ahead. Dorsey got fouled.
And that's all I want to see. This is a chance for us to really drive to the paint and draw those fouls and work on our free throws. Well, this is not a chance to work on them, but complete them.
Madison Holden is doing a great job. Every time she gets the ball from the rebounder, she's picking her head up and looking for that player who's running the floor because she's getting all the assists on these cross-court passes.
But this is also somebody who in the beginning was looking for that confidence as well, too. And now that she's starting to find it, she's doing a great job.
First one good for Damani Dorsey, who had 5 points in the first quarter, now up to 6. Dorsey, 76% free throw shooter at the line. Now a senior this year from Baltimore, Maryland. She's one of the 3 players from Baltimore playing in this game. We got 2 for Livingstone, Maya Gray and Breasia Coit. Livingstone on the ball. They get trapped right inside the half-court stripe, and they'll force a backcourt violation.
And that's what we see. You talked about that earlier before, how they're not waiting until they get back to the top of the key. They're already starting to press past half court.
Yeah, and they're pressing right at that half-court stripe. They put Demaria Moore in a straitjacket. She had to throw the ball away back into the backcourt. Wildcats here with Sanai Tyler. Throws it down low off the pick-and-roll action. The ball's batted right back to her. Holden will reset, 6 on the shot clock. Holden against Crawford. Goes right around the Tyler screen. Steps back, takes the 3. Just a little too strong. Long rebound comes to the left-hand side and is grabbed by Crawford for Livingstone. Crawford dishes to Green across the timeline. Green on the left wing side. Attacks Madison Holden. Gets to the baseline. Holden forced her to pick up the dribble. She goes back to Moore. Tries to get it over Maya Johnson, and Johnson blocks it. Sanai Tyler runs the floor. Hands it to Dorsey. Dorsey throws it underneath. Trying to find Maya Johnson. The ball is tapped away from her, out of bounds. Wildcats will keep it with a baseline in. Livingstone will sub Jamira Cherry back in, the Concord, North Carolina native. She'll replace Demaria Moore.
It's like I would love to see a bounce pass, but she's so tall, you have to throw it overhead.
Johnson posting up on the left baseline. It's shuffled back out to Dorsey, top of the key. 15 to shoot. She gets double teamed off a screen. That means Tyler's wide open for a free throw line jumper. No good. Maya Johnson battling for the rebound, but it falls to Crawford. Here comes Livingstone. Crawford driving on to the right-hand side, kicks it back to the wing for Boston Bates. Bates guarded by Johnson. Back to Coit. She's got a mismatch with Damani Dorsey down low. Now
Keep them
Johnson
hands
comes over to help. She kicks it out. Long two on the way. No good by Bates. Battle for the rebound won by Tyler. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Kaylin Peters driving coast to coast. Layup, just shortchanged it on the right-hand side. 28-16 Wildcats, 8 minutes to go in the first half. High on the right wing side is Crawford for Livingstone. She's guarded by Peters, goes right to the baseline, throws up a long two. No good. Try to draw the foul there, none called. And here come the Wildcats. Madison Holden in transition, turns on the afterburners, gets all the way in and has a shot swatted away by Nyasia Green, her third block of the season. Green takes it all the way back to the other side of the floor and draws the foul on Maya Johnson.
She has to keep her hands up because she's out there. If you keep them wide open, they're not going to be able to try to foul on her. I do want to talk about how effortlessly Damani was able to pull those two defenders on the last plays to keep Sine open as well, too.
Jordan Brooks, Jade Parks, and Shomari Phillips comes in for the first time today for the Wildcats. They lead 28-16. Livingstone is going to go to the free throw line. This is Nyasia Green, who is the top scorer for Livingstone in the ball game so far. Green, an 87% free throw shooter from Tallahassee, Florida, Rickards High School. Misses the first one long, though. Green, the only senior on this Livingstone roster. 7 sophomores, 2 freshmen, 2 juniors, 1 senior is the makeup of the Blue Bears roster this year in their 3rd season under head coach Queen Smith. Second free throw up and good. 28-17, the Wildcat lead is cut to 9. Jordan Brooks will control the ball, race into the front court, be matched up with Green at the top of the key. High right wing three, bank is open for Damani Dorsey. She hits another three. The Wildcats have 4 threes in the first half.
Day Money, that's what her name is, Day Money.
Dorsey's got 2, Jordan Brooks has got 2. Driving in, pulling up for a long 2 is Green, no good. Rebound, offensive for Livingstone. Reverse layup attempt by Moore, no good. Ball out of bounds, Wildcats will control it. Again, the offensive glass is being won by Livingstone, even by the guards.
It is, absolutely, and I just don't like that because I believe we have more height than them, but they want it more. They got to get those second chance points, so they're going to grab them.
31-17 Cats with the ball. Shomari Phillips high on the right wing side. She's usually the three-point sniper in this game. She's watching her teammates knock down all these threes. Back to Brooks to reset with 10 on the shot clock. Brooks will get a head of steam and drive against Green. Switch to her left hand, pull up for a 15-foot jumper, and got it.
So effortlessly.
That little drop of the shoulder to sell the defender the wrong way to create some space. Really nice to see. Going quickly the other way is Boston Bates. She traveled with the basketball. Tyler Butler's going to check out for, I believe, DeRasia Pitts is coming back in for the Wildcats. No, Butler's staying in. My apologies. Here comes Jordan Brooks across the timeline right to left. Wildcats up 33-17, 6:22, and counting to go in the first half. Shomari Phillips wants it on some of this three-point action. A straightaway three is off to the right. Rebound by Coit. Here's Nyasia Green. Back to the top for Crawford. Calls a play. Off to the right wing side for Green. Matched up against the long Shomari Phillips. Throws across the court to Coit. Spin. Almost got the up and under layup to go. It just bounces out.
I have to give her that, though.
Nope, they called travel. Brooks quickly throws it all the way underneath the basket. Dorsey will reset back to Brooks as the layup wasn't there. Shomari Phillips catches right wing side to the free throw line for Parks. To the right corner for Brooks. She drives in, back to the wing for Dorsey. Back to Brooks in the corner. Her three-pointer's on the way, just a little too strong. Rebound by Tyler Butler. And gets the foul on the putback. She'll go to the line for 2.
I think I'm peeping what Coach wants from the Wildcats coming down off of defense. They're trying not to even give Livingstone a chance to set up for defense. If you have the ball, take it there.
Yeah, but when they're getting in the half-court sets, right, it's all about these 2 women games in the corners, where you just saw it that time with Dorsey and Brooks, right? They went back and forth, Dorsey to Brooks, and eventually one of them was open. First free throw is no good for Tyler Butler. She'll attempt the second one. and sink it to make it 35-17. 5:35 to go in this second quarter. Approaching the second quarter, media timeout. Livingston only 3 points in the quarters. The Wildcat defense has stood strong so far. Cross-court pass, extra pass, underneath, and a foul's going to be called on Drakeford as she'll be sent to the line.
That foul's on number 15,
Tyler Butler is going to be called for the infraction.
That's the second foul for Butler.
Still have an entire half to go.
Yep. So just for context, the Wildcats hit 3 3-pointers in the entire game last night against Edward Waters. They have 4 in the first half so far. First one, free throw, by the way, is good for Destiny Drakeford. Again, she plays both volleyball and basketball. Played her freshman year at Life University, only played volleyball, then came to Livingstone, where they let her play both.
Yeah, why not, you know?
Missed the second one. Jordan Brooks races into the front court. Catch and shoot right wing three for Shamari Phillips. Rattles out. Offensive rebound for Dorsey. Resets to Brooks. Brooks attacking Crawford with the dribble move. Back to Phillips. Down low, Butler on the low block on the right baseline. Back to Phillips. 10 to shoot. Wildcats will reset. Phillips to Brooks. The lane is open. She drives in, was forced to take a tough shot. Offensive rebound by Jade Parks, plus the foul. Jade Parks, only her third collegiate field goal as she sinks that one there for the extra possession. The Wildcats are getting on the offensive boards. That's second chance points the last 2 times down the floor for the maroon and gold.
Beaming with joy right now, Mike, honestly. This is exactly how they're feeling right now, this joy that they're feeling right now off of this win, I want them to carry that through the entire conference, up and leading into conference as well, too. You know, this is something that they have the potential. They're doing it right now. That means you can do it again.
It's the media timeout of the second quarter. Wildcats 37, Livingstone 18. They've limited the Blue Bears to just 4 points in this second quarter. There's no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. Help us build a championship culture here at Bethune-Cookman. You can donate and join at bcuathletics.com/championsclub. That's bcuathletics.com/championsclub. Come be a part of BCU Athletics and support the CatEye Network. If you or your business is interested in partnering with us here on the CatEye Network, you can reach out to the Wildcat Athletic Communications Department at bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. That's bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. We appreciate your company from wherever you're listening to us, whether you're following along on bcuathletics.com/radio or watching the booth cam on youtube.com/CatEye Network. Appreciate all of the Livingston fans that are following today. We gave one of their social media guys our links, so he would share them. So if you're a Blue Bears fan, appreciate your company here at the State Farm Fieldhouse on the campus of the Wine World of Sports at Disney World. And one of the things I was fearful about coming into this game for the Wildcats, Sabrina, is would there be any hangover from the late night last night to the early morning today? And, well, it hasn't looked like it so far as they're up 37-18 with Jade Parks going to the line for an and one out of the timeout.
I think they're really honestly just trying to figure out, well, they know now to not fall asleep during the third quarter.
Well, we
haven't got there yet.
We haven't gotten to the third quarter
but
yet.
I think they're getting to that.
Jade Parks, extra point, no good, off to the right. And she's now 1 for 3 on the season from the charity stripe. Thrown into the front court in the left-hand corner. Cherry draws a double team, has to reset back to the top for Aisha Green. Green guarded by Phillips. Green goes left, stops to the free throw line, pops a jumper off the rim, too strong, and it's grabbed by the Wildcats and Shamari Phillips, but the traveling violation is called as Jordan Brooks tried to get across half court. Wildcats haven't turned the ball over much today. The live stats are not working for us right now, so I'm not sure how many turnovers they have.
Right.
But that's, we got it. That was one of our keys to the game. Can't turn the ball over.
Not too much. Like,
Crawford up on top, guarded by Brooks, gets a screen, goes right, throws it back to the screening Drakeford, who pops for a 10-foot jumper and makes it.
And that was a good transitional play by Livingston. I said earlier with the keys to the game that they have to run the plays, and if they do run the plays, they need to efficiently make the basket.
Coach, a down low to Tyler, back out to Phillips, catch and shoot 3 straight on, no good. Rebound, Drakeford. Here come the Blue Bears down by 17, 37 to 20, 3:55 to go in the first quarter. They work it down low to the left baseline, and a jumper is good by Demaria Moore. That's another assist for Drakeford. 4 quick points for Livingstone. 37-22, Jordan Brooks, right wing bounce pass, and into the corner it goes for Tyler. Lost the ball out of bounds, but it was deflected. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Damani Dorsey will depart the game. Madison Holden is going to come in for her, and Jade Parks is going to go out. No, sorry, Jordan Brooks is going to go out, replaced by Janessa Kelly. First time we've seen Janessa on the CatEye Network. Missed the first part of the season, has played the last couple of games, just 7 points over her first 4 games of the season for Janessa Kelly. She was the 3-point weapon for the Wildcats last season.
I still think she is. We just need to give her some time to warm up.
Holding up on top, fires a 3, misses everything, and goes out of bounds. I just heard someone yell from the crowd, don't force it. Well, thumbs up to you, sir. That was exactly what we were going to say. Livingstone on a 4-0 run with the basketball. Wildcats trapped right at midcourt. They threw it down low to the right baseline to Cherry. Double teamed, throws back to Crawford on the right wing side. Crawford, cross-court skip pass. 3 on the way for Green. Off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by the Wildcats. It goes out of bounds off of a Blue Bear.
We are a little bit chaotic right now.
Well, this lineup on the floor is Sinai Tyler, Madison Holden, Shamari Phillips, Jade Parks, and Janessa Kelly, who fires a right wing 3. No good.
Stop throwing them threes up.
Yep.
Because that lead, that gap that we had is slowly closing on us.
Only one start on the floor right now for the Wildcats. That's Madison Holden. Down low goes to Drakeford. She lays it up over Janessa Kelly, who's playing the 4 right now. Holden on the ball for the Wildcats. A 6-0 run for Livingstone. 37-24 now. Holden around the Tyler screen, throws it back to Sinai Tyler at the free throw line, right wing side for Kelly, and she lost the ball out of bounds after a bad pass. And immediately the Wildcats will sub. Kaylin Peters comes in for Madison Holden. So now the Wildcats have still only one starter left on the floor, as Sinai Tyler is still in a makeshift lineup. Alexandria Johnson has also come back in for the Wildcats to try and stabilize some things right now on the offensive end. On the ball is Livingstone. Up top with Green between the circles. Right-hand drive. Floats it up. Off to the right. No good. Sinai Tyler with the rebound. Hands it off to Johnson. Alexandria Johnson races into the front court right to left. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Right wing side, here's Peters. Looking for a screen. Gets it from Parks. Goes left. Kicks to the corner. Wide open for 3. And kaboom! Janessa Kelly, second 3-pointer make of the season. 40-24. Wildcats on top. 1:45 to go in the first half. Kelly will play the face guard role as Janiah Crawford steps across the half-court line. Goes down low. Drakeford battling, traveling with the basketball as he tried to set up a right baseline
we saw
floater.
That.
1.5 to go here in the first half. Wildcats on top 40-24. A really good second half performance by BCU to pull away.
Still feel like we should put a little bit more structure into how
I'm not happy
playing.
about all these threes.
No,
Here's a catch and shoot off an elevator screen for Janessa Kelly. It dribbles out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats on the baseline as Charrington couldn't control the rebound. Check that. Cherry couldn't control the rebound. The Wildcats will have another chance. 1:17 on the clock, 19 on the play clock. Left-hand corner, Johnson drives baseline, tries to go underneath, and it's going to be a kick ball.
Back out the line.
Now we'll go back to the Wildcats with 20 on the shot clock. I thought that Jade kicked that, but apparently not. Tyler receives the inbounds pass, goes back to Johnson.
Ooh, I wish
it's
she cut
swing
to the
right-hand corner. 3 on the way from Kelly. She's on fire now. Another 3 for Janessa Kelly.
Oh, I've missed her.
43-24, under 66 to go first half. Wildcats on top, looking for another stop. Right-hand corner, it's Cherry. Back to the top for a 3 by Green. It's short. Rebound is tapped back to Crawford. Another offensive board for the Blue Bears. Crawford to the free throw line. A
nice floater.
Jumper is good by Demaria Moore. Just found a little bit of half space at the free throw line. 36 seconds left. Wildcats go quickly.
Nice.
And wide open underneath is Kelly off the pass from Alexandria Johnson.
I really wish the live stats were up right now because I wanted to see how many points does the bench have coming off the bench because this has been spectacular.
We'll get you that full statistical breakdown at halftime. Cycle to the left-hand corner. 3 on the way is short. Rebounded by Moore. Another offensive board for Livingstone. Cycles back to the top. 3 is good. Cashed in by Crawford. She's a 39% three-point shooter usually. 5 seconds to go first half. Peters a left wing 3, short, and that'll be the end of the first half as Livingston will have a half-court heave fall short. Kaylin Peters only 1 for 7 on the season from three-point land, but a really good first half for the Wildcats, all things considered. They lead 45-29 at the break, a 16-point lead. But Livingstone closed the gap a little bit there towards the end of that first half. They went on a 6-0 run with about 4 minutes to go and then scored a couple of floaters. Something I've noticed is that they're really trying to unlock that mid-range game, which is something we don't see a lot in modern basketball. It's usually got a 3 and paint look, but they're shooting a lot from the baselines and from about 10 to 15 feet. They're shooting a lot from the elbow and a lot from the nail and the free throw line area. Is that something the Wildcats can adjust for defensively?
They really can if they jump into a man. But at the same time, though, I think they're also relying on their post player. So if they do spread out into a man, it leaves the post completely open. And I think that's something that we cannot afford right now because she's their efficient player right now. So if they were to able to just open that, it's not going to be good for BCU. They should stick to the man, but also just cover those zone areas a little bit closer.
When we come back at the halftime break, we'll have your first half statistical breakdown, and we'll go around the SWAC as well. Once again, it's halftime here at the Walt Disney World, ESPN Wide World of Sports. Bethune-Cookman leads 45-29 over the Livingstone Blue Bears. We'll take a halftime break and be right back. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman University Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at State Farm Fieldhouse on the campus of the ESPN Wide World of Sports in Orlando, Florida. It's halftime as the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats own a 16-point advantage, 45-29, over the Livingstone Blue Bears in the consolation bracket of the HBCU Hoops Invitational. Here are your halftime scoring numbers. First for Livingstone, Crawford had 3, Moore had 6, Green had 6, Bates had 2, Coit had 4, but 5 rebounds. Crawford also had 7 rebounds as a guard. Cherry didn't score, Carrington had 1, and Drakeford is actually the leading scorer for Livingstone with 7. And for Bethune-Cookman, Dorsey, 14 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 out of 3 from downtown, 2 out of 3 from the charity stripe. Tyler Butler had 2, Sinai Tyler had 5, Jordan Brooks had 12, 2 out of 3 from three-point land, 5 of 8 overall, so the exact same shooting splits as Damani Dorsey. And Kaylin Peters had 2, Jade Parks had 2, Maya Johnson had 2, and Janessa Kelly had 8 with those 2 threes and the 2 free throws late in the first half. I know you're going to ask about the rebounding numbers,
yes.
So let's take a look at the rebounding. The Wildcats are getting out-rebounded 27-21 overall and 11-5 on the offensive glass. Livingstone has 11 second-chance points. Bethune-Cookman has 9. You talked about the bench points,
yes.
too. BCU has 24 bench points. Livingstone has just 8. The Wildcats have turned the ball over 12 times. Livingstone has turned the ball over just 4 times. But if you turn the ball over 12 times and have a 16-point lead at halftime, you still kind of feel good about yourself, but like you could be up more because you turned the ball over 12 times.
And that's what I said like earlier before the halftime we're able to come, that we shouldn't take this lightly. You know, yes, we are in a space that we're able to, you know, advocate for ourselves and really push that ball down the court as much as we want to. But any little time it could get to a point where we lose and it becomes chaotic and it's disorganized and we give up those points. You know, we want to be able to maximize on our possession every chance that we get.
Quick around the SWAC today. Bethune-Cookman is, of course, here today against Livingstone. Mississippi Valley State is in Stillwater, Oklahoma. They'll play Oklahoma State at 2 p.m. Texas Southern stays in-state. They'll play North Texas at 2 p.m. Tomorrow, Jackson State is at Arkansas. Prairie View A&M is at the University of Texas in Austin. Southern is at Houston, and Alabama A&M hosts Miles College. Those are all women's games in the SWAC. Livingstone will start with the possession arrow. They'll go right to left in this second half. Black jerseys, a big blue stripe down the side trimmed in white. White numbers with a blue trim. Livingstone in block letters in white trimmed in blue across the top. Wildcats in the all-white. Big gold stripe down the side, trimmed in maroon. Gold numbers, maroon trim. The Wildcats logo, word mark on the front in gold. Livingstone gets the ball in, gets it back to Niaja Green, who had 4 points in that first half. On the right wing side, here's Boston Bates, who had 2 points in that first half. Down low to Coit. She elevates and hits over Tyler Butler with the first points of the second half. 45-31, BCU leads. Here comes the quick pass down
right
low.
to the hands.
And Dorsey misplayed it, but thankfully it went off a Coit and out of bounds, so the Wildcats will have it going left to right in this second half. That was, if you missed the first half of our broadcast, that was the key thing that the Wildcats used. Quick, long passes in transition. They'll float it up off a baseline in to Sinai Tyler right in front of our broadcast position on the right wing side as the Wildcats attack left to right. Alexandria Johnson stops at the free throw line. Back to Holden in the left-hand corner. Here's Dorsey. She skips in, hands the ball underneath to Tyler. She goes up and lays it in. Nice ball movement by the Wildcats leads to an easy bucket for Sinai Tyler. 47-31 Wildcats. They'll once again press at the half-court line. They get it across to Colt through Livingstone. Now so slow it down to Bates. Right corner. Here's a three by Green. Off the mark, rebound Tyler. And Wildcats will push in transition. Here comes Alexandria Johnson. Stop and hand to Dorsey. Fires a three from the right wing. Just a little bit off the mark. Too strong off the heel. Crawford looks to run for Livingstone. Stops at the nail. Fires a two and got it. Both teams running. It's not just speed right now. It feels like street ball. A little bit of reckless abandon playing on both sides. Down low, Tyler Butler working on Colt. got her shot rejected by Coit.
And that's what I was talking about earlier before, this quarter started, is that we're doing great with pushing the ball, but everything is so chaotic to the point that we're losing ourselves when it comes to being the plays or making reckless passes, even being out of bounds. We have to be able to calm down, set the pace, and continue to push the ball the way we're supposed to, or the way it's intended.
Baseline in for the Cats, work to the top to Holden. Pass to the right corner for Dorsey. Back on top to Holden. She's open if she wants the three, but she goes down low, tried to squeeze a pass into Tyler, and it's picked off by the Bears and Demaria Moore, who goes on the ground with it and gets tied up with a jump ball. The Wildcats will take possession back on the possession arrow. And Coach Creighton's going to call a timeout, probably just to say, hey, calm down a little bit here.
I think earlier before, too, that pass would have been great if Tyler was in front of the defenders as well, too. So she instead as well, they were able to stand in front of her and get that good block. So we're hoping, like, if we're on offense, try and stay in front of them as much as we want, but also be aware of that 3-second rule that we have in the post, because sometimes we tend to forget about that. So if we're popping in and out, that would be great. Pop in from the back, pop out to the front, pop into the back, see where it's open. If you have to push the baseline, push the baseline. If you got to pop out on the wing, pop out of the wing. But make sure that you're circulating the area that you're in so that the top of the key or whoever the guards are able to pass over to the ball and, commence the
And shout out to Berasia Coit, because
Yeah.
we watched her warming up, and it's like, she kind of lumbers a bit, but she has really good footwork underneath, and she's just kind of bigger than everybody else and uses that to her advantage. She's kind of like Maya Johnson in that way, where she's just a bigger body than everybody else, and she can use that to her advantage really well.
A nonchalant player, if that's what I could call it, but she has those fundamental skills to really turn it up a notch if she wants to. And if it was me to say something about Berasia Coit, she has all the pieces there. I just want to see a little bit of more aggressiveness from her, because if she's able to use her body and her size and her strength as well to go up every single time, she'll be unstoppable.
Coit just a sophomore, as the 7 sophomores are on this Livingstone team. Livingstone coming into the game 1-5, Bethune-Cookman 1-7 on the season. Livingstone did have 2 games postponed to January, so they have played 2 less games than the Wildcats. Excuse me. Livingstone basketball after the timeout called by Coach Creighton. Wildcats will trap at the half-court line. Crawford floats it across to Brown, who lost the ball, ripped away by Tyler in the right corner. Wildcats have numbers. They throw it ahead underneath the basket, and Jordan Brooks got bumped by Green.
It's like all of the fundamentals pieces are starting to mesh with this team. Like, I'm seeing the passes that Jordan was going to make to Damani while she was right under the paint or right under the basket. It's just flowing so effortlessly.
Check that foul was called on Demaria Moore. Jordan Brooks was wide open under the basket, but the pass took her a little bit too far under the basket. She had to back up, and now the inbounds pass goes off the legs of Tyler Butler. Ricochets back to the top of the key. Jordan Brooks will control for the Wildcats. Brooks to Johnson in the corner for Tyler. Back on top. Dorsey, pump fake to Tyler on the right wing side. 8 to shoot. Skip pass, left-hand wing. Brooks driving to the free throw line. Stopping, putting it down low. Butler shortchanged the layup, and Coit got the rebound and then got fouled. Tyler Butler picks up her 3rd foul. Wouldn't be surprised if she gets replaced. Maybe Jade Parks or Maya Johnson will come back in. No, it's going to be Derasia Pitts who picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half.
All right, now they're doing a very, very, it's not a lazy press, but.
They get it across to Livingstone, and a trip is going to be called on the Wildcats after a scramble for the ball. It wasn't a clean catch across the half-court stripe by Green. Kind of stumbled, but they're going to call the trip on Johnson as she did a little bit too much to help her to the ground there. 47-33 BCU over Livingstone. Livingstone with possession, 7:37 to go, 3rd quarter. Down low it goes to the paint, batted away, but right back to Coit. Got her layup blocked. Offensive putback, good for Moore.
That was a really nice transition play. Number 11, Cherry.
Euro step in the lane, got fouled, and Sinai Tyler will go to the line. Check that, Pitts will go to the line. Wildcats just going with, we've said the term reckless abandon almost with this offensive pace. We were talking to the car on the way here this morning about how we kind of want the women's team to take a key from the men and just kind of run.
Yeah,
You know?
and honestly, it's been working for them today. Who's to say it's not going to work again with the other games? But like I said earlier, before last game, yesterday's game against Everett Waters, they kind of fell asleep, around third quarter, and I don't want that to happen for them here because Livingstone is creeping up behind us.
Derasia Pitts hits the first free throw. She's a sub 50% free throw shooter on the season, 42.9% Pitts. Yeah, it's 48-35 is the score right now. Wildcats led by 16 at halftime. The score at the break was 45-29.
And I'm telling you, they're creeping.
So really, Livingstone has outscored us. I'm going to do a little bit of math. Outscored us in this third quarter, 6-3. Second free throw upcoming after the floor was dry to the paint. Here's Derasia Pitts. Bends her knees, throws it up, no good. 1 for 2 that time for Pitts. Rebound Livingstone. Down 48-35. The trap doesn't work that time. They get it across to Cherry on the right baseline. Got double teamed. Throws it back to Moore. Moore up top for Crawford. Fires a 3. Short on the 3. Front of the rim rebound to the Wildcats. Alexandria Johnson wants to run. She gets all the way in. Drops it off underneath the basket to Jordan Brooks, who lost the ball out of bounds.
I see where she's going with those second, I'm so sorry. Just blanked out. But those extra passes, sometimes they might not be needed, if that makes sense.
Jordan Brooks tried to jump a passing lane. Open layup in the lane for Moore. She missed it. Battle for the rebound won by Alexandria Johnson. Throws the ball ahead. Dorsey runs the floor. Stops. Throws up a layup. Got it.
Very good. Everything changes when you look up and you really set a good vision of where your teammates at to make those passes.
Devontae Dorsey's been cherry picking those fast break points all day long.
As she should. They're wide open. Why not?
On the right wing, a skip pass to Crawford. She fires a 3 and makes it.
It's weighing in from downtown.
Crawford, her second 3 of the game.
Nice Euro from Alexandria. Oh, they called the travel.
Called the travel as she tried to drive the lane. Like, we can't do any analysis when Bethune-Cookman gets the ball back because they just run.
But that's what I asked for.
Jade Parks comes into the game. She'll replace Derasia Pitts. Also, Johnson goes out, replaced by Kaylin Peters. So a second unit here on the floor for the Wildcats. Only Madison Holden, a starter of the game. Wildcats force a turnover at half court with the 2-man trap. In transition, here goes a baseline drive and a block.
Trying to call the foul.
Jordan Brooks wanted the foul. Crawford got the clean block and the ball. Crawford across half court, 5:55 to go third quarter. 50-38 is the Wildcat lead. Crawford picks up her dribble, hands to Green. Green surveys between the circles. Right side, here's Cherry. Drives right baseline all the way in. Layup, no good. Rebound, Madison Holden. Here come the Cats. Holden looking ahead, underneath. Open is Parks, layup good.
I'm so glad she looked up because it was like a bit of a second where Livingstone was creeping right behind Jada Parks.
Wildcats up 52-38. Into the front court comes Livingston. Skip pass to the right wing over the head of Demaria Moore. Demaria Moore only 5'8", needed to be about 6'2", 6'3" to catch that skip pass from Green. Livingston only turned the ball over 4 times in the first half. They averaged 21 turnovers per game.
Know how to keep their hand on the ball.
On the left baseline, Tyler back to the top. Wide open 3 straight on. No good by Kaylin Peters. Offensive board by Tyler. Got it ripped away, but it's going to call a jump ball.
That's the aggressive.
And give the possession arrow back to the Wildcats.
You know I don't play by my post players.
Baseline in, goes to Holden, left corner. High post for Parks. She takes 1 dribble, then 2, lost the handle out of bounds. And it'll be Livingstone basketball. Another turnover for the Wildcats, up to 16 on the day. Jordan Brooks comes out. Nasia Green throws a skip
right
pass
in the half.
Through the trap. Free throw line jumper, too strong by Moore. Rebound Wildcats. Fresh into the game, Shamari Phillips grabs the rebound. Up to Holden, and she got hip checked by Green as she crossed the timeline left to right. 4:51 to go in this third quarter. BCU 52, Livingstone 58 as we
Still
go
creeping.
to the media time out. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU women's basketball, follow at BCU Hoops on X and Instagram. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, now featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on shop to find the latest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on shop. Livingstone has outscored the Wildcats 9-7 so far in this third quarter. BCU leads at 52-38 with 4:51 to go in the third. We've reached the third quarter media time out. And yes, the pace was working for the Wildcats early. It got the Blue Bears completely out of their rhythm. But now that Livingston has had a chance to go back in the locker room, talk about it, plan their defense, it's being less effective here in the third quarter than it was in the first half. What adjustment, Sabrina, would you want the Wildcats on offense to do here in this third quarter?
Well, I don't necessarily want them to slow down, but I just want them to play their game that they were originally playing in the beginning of the first half. You know, they ran fast-paced, but they were able to read each other to the point where it connected easily for them. You know, they were communicating in their heads. You know, I saw a little communication from Brooks and Holden earlier for during the halftime for one of their presses, and it worked perfectly.
Jake Parks
There it
wide
goes.
open. In the corner, it's Holden. Three on the way, too strong. Batted around. The rebound comes to Demaria Moore. Thrown ahead. Livingston on offense. Here's Moore, who's been really good in this second half. Moore at the nail on the left-hand side, drives in, got the bump from Parks. She'll go to the free throw line. Checking in on some of those turnover numbers. Livingston 11 turnovers, the Wildcats 8. So what I was looking at earlier on my stat sheet was the points off turnovers, which the Wildcats have 12 points off turnovers.
Yeah.
Livingston has 4. I thought those were the turnovers. My apologies.
Yeah. I hope it wasn't that much, but yeah, those are 12 points off the turnovers. I am very, very happy of the paint points percentage. We have 22 points in the paint.
Demaria Moore gets the first free throw. Demaria Moore from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Princess Anne High School won 2 state titles at Princess Anne High School. They're a powerhouse down in Virginia Beach. They've made 17 state finals in the 2000s. Kick to the wing, 3 on the way. No good offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Tyler has the ball skip out of her hands, go to the corner, and will lose out to Green as here comes Livingston. Another empty possession for the Wildcats, who are up 52-39. On the right wing side, driving in is Cherry. Kicks it out, straight on 3. No good for Green. Rebound Wildcats. Sinai Tyler hands the ball to Holden. Long pass ahead. Peters has the ball bounce off her hands and out of bounds as she couldn't catch it cleanly under the hoop. Blue Bears, again, outscoring the Wildcats so far in this third quarter. The BCU lead has been trimmed to 52-39. Long pass ahead into the front court. Green with a head of steam on the right baseline. Knocked out of bounds and off the foot of Sinai Tyler.
We're losing our efficiency right now. Like, we still have the speed. The speed is there. We're definitely still outrunning them. But the efficiency of us making a basket has been really, our percentage has definitely gone lower.
Immediate foul on an inbound shot will send Livingston back to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Sinai Tyler's going to pick up the foul.
I'm really hoping that this free throw would be able to get them together to help them, you know, recollect at this point to be able to get them make a basket.
Destiny Drakeford, who was the leading scorer in the first half for Livingston, goes to the line. She makes the first free throw. Was 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the first half and is 40% on the season coming into the game. Second one up and good. 2 for 2 for Drakeford, the 6'2" center out of Columbia, South Carolina. Madison Holden into the front court. Wildcats were 1.5 court set. Back to the top for Holden. High post And Jade Parks throws the ball
Cut
away
too quick.
behind the cutting Kaylin
Cut too
Peters.
quick, yes.
Wildcats need to bring the starters back in.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
second unit right now is not doing it for me. The
speed has obviously gone
yeah.
lower as well too, but Damani's about to go ahead and check in. Something.
No block over Parks. Layup no good by Drakeford. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Livingston. Last touched by Shamari Phillips. And you're right, Damani Dorsey is going to come back in for the Wildcats. She'll replace Kaylin Peters. Peters in the ball game.
I still think that we're a little bit too comfortable.
Doesn't have a point, yeah. Quick shot off the inbound pass. No good. Wildcats grab the rebound. Holden rushing right up the middle of the floor. Stops at the elbow. Kicks to Shamari Phillips for left wing three. She got it.
And that's the one she's been looking for all game. But like I said earlier, I still think we're a little bit too comfortable with us being in the lead right now when Livingston has been literally creeping up. It may not have been shown. Oh, there it
good
goes.
steal. Dorsey picked off the pass by Crawford. Dorsey coast to coast, throws the ball over her head. No good. Sinai Tyler got the offensive putback. Her putback is clanked off the bottom of the backboard and out of bounds for a Livingston ball. Again, Wildcats not capitalizing on these opportunities, and now we're going to see Beresia Coit come back in for Livingston. Her size has been a problem for the Wildcats down low today. Again, Bethune-Cookman being out-rebounded by Livingstone in the ball game at the last media timeout. That was 33-28 in favor of the Blue Bears. Wildcats will run a full court press now, picking them up at the opposing free throw line. It's broken into the front court. Here's Boston Bates. Fires a left wing jumper. Good. That's a long
great
two.
shot. That was really a great shot. We're getting too comfortable. I think right now we need to expend ourselves.
55-43. Wildcats lead 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Left wing side. Here's Dorsey. Uses the dribble to get back to the top. Hands to Tyler. And across to Shamari Phillips. Screen and three for Phillips. Clanks off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to the Blue Bears. Here comes Zamaria Moore. Throws it ahead. Open is Bates on the right baseline. Back to Moore, who's cutting to the basket. Got her shot denied by Tyler.
Nice block.
And then Tyler batted the ball all the way out into the Livingston bench. It'll still be Blue Bears ball. And the Wildcats are going to bring in the front court. Maya Johnson and Tyler Butler both come in for the Wildcats, along with I think that's Chanel McDonald. No, that's
Janessa Kelly.
Janessa Kelly. I think I saw Janelle McDonald on crutches earlier today. So
I hope my girl feels good. But like I was,
lost the ball at the half-court line. Here comes Damani Dorsey. Layup. Got it just like a layup line. That's 2 steals in the last 3 possessions for Damani Dorsey, as the Wildcats stretch the lead back up to 57-43.
Coach Creighton is pushing them to run.
They almost picked off another pass into the front court. Free throw line jumper. Clangs off the heel for Moore. Offensive rebound for Bates.
Let her go right through.
And yeah,
just gave it to her.
The lane was wide open for Boston Bates. And a timeout for Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario. She's not happy with what she sees.
Exactly. And honestly, I wouldn't be either, because you guys are handing to them. How did we go from a 20-point, 19-point gap to 57 to 45? That's highly just misconduct of how we were handling the ball.
Remember last night when the Wildcats played Edward Waters, they had a bad third quarter, and the game was close in the first half. I believe it was tied at halftime, if my recollection is correct. But then they had a bad third quarter and just let Edward Waters run away with it. It's not going to hurt them as much today because they had that 16-point lead at the break, but it's been trimmed down to a 13-point lead as we come down here towards the end of the third quarter. 57-45, your score with 1.5 minutes to go.
But then again, Mike, you said it's not going to hurt us as much, but habits need to be broken. If we continue to be okay with doing this every third quarter, we're going to do this with every game, and we need to be able to cut that out. This is something that hurts us continuously with multiple games that has happened before, not just this one.
Correction, the Wildcats led by 4 at the break last night, and then got outscored in the third quarter 19-6 by Edward Waters. And then, of course, it is not as lopsided right now. It's only a 3-point gap in the third quarter. But again, the Wildcats are being a little bit careless, a little bit too fast with the basketball, turning it over a little bit too much in this third quarter, and it's allowing for easy buckets on the other end for Livingston. Now, really good job by Damani Dorsey, and I hope we get to talk to her at the end of the game in a post-game interview, because she has played really well today. Dorsey into the front court, gets the ball from Brooks back to the top for Kelly, and now Brooks got her three-pointer blocked. It came right back to her.
Pass.
She stumbles it to Johnson, who lost the handle, but it comes right to Tyler Butler on the low block. Out to the left-hand corner. Driving through a double team as Brooks throws the layup up, no good. Rebound to Coit and Livingstone. Here come the Blue Bears. Crawford driving to the right-hand side. Hands the ball back to Bates on top. Long two, straight on, no good. Long rebound, fought for and grabbed by Crawford. She goes in, hands to Coit. Layup good on the right-hand side. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. The lead has been cut to 10, 57-47. Brooks across to Dorsey on the wing. Dorsey one dribble back to the top for Janessa Kelly. Down low it goes to Maya Johnson. She'll work on Coit. Throw it back to the top. Dorsey. Now Kelly. Kelly staring down Crawford. Back to Dorsey. Swinging it to Brooks. 10 on the shot clock. Brooks drives in. Tries to go around. Coit draws the foul.
Something happened during halftime with Livingston because their defense has definitely gotten a little bit more aggressive to the point where they're denying the Wildcats entry into the post, and that's where we scored 22 points in the paint. So something happened for them to be able to figure out, okay, this is where they're getting all their points out. This is where our defense needs to rely on.
Well, they moved primarily, from what I am looking at, from a man to a zone.
Yeah.
And so the zone is denying a lot more of those drives, and it's definitely denying a lot more of those threes.
With them being in the zone,
First free throw for Brooks up and good.
It also pushes us to shoot threes where we're not really technically strong on. Only a couple of pairs who's been very, successful at those. So now we're forced into making plays to draw out that zone, open some space to, be able to let some of our players in.
Brooks got both free throws, 59-47, lead back to 12 for the Wildcats. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Livingstone across half court, threw the ball away. Tyler Butler picks it off. Here's Madison Holden driving right of the lane.
Nice
dumps it
pass.
off for a wide open layup by Kaylin Peters.
She was looking for that pass all game because this is not the first time she's tried it, but it's the first time it's been successful as well.
And finally it happened where Peters or whoever was cutting back door was wide open. A pass across half court by Livingston gets tipped out of bounds by Peters. It'll stay with the Blue Bears. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Can the Wildcats get one more stop and go up by 14 into the fourth quarter?
We got to watch
Boston
baseline.
Bates. Bates goes around the screen, fires a three, way off the mark, and the Wildcats will take a 61-47 lead at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back for the fourth with the Wildcats looking for their second win of the season. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network.
Go look at the sponsors before we do.
Fourth quarter on tap from State Farm Fieldhouse here at the Wild World of Sports at Disney. It's Bethune-Cookman 61, Livingstone 47. Wildcats got outscored 18-16 in that third quarter. Livingstone back on the ball now in the all-black, trimmed in blue and white, going right to left. Up on top, here is Green. Green drives right of the lane. 10-foot floater with the right hand, no. Push shot, put back, no good. Madison Holden comes out of the pile with the basketball behind the legs dribble. Not once, but twice. Tyler runs the floor with her and lays it in.
We're getting our speed back. We're getting that momentum that we had in the first half back.
Madison Holden with her 4th assist on the afternoon. Livingston at the free throw line with Cherry. She got tied up for
traveling.
Oh, for travel.
It was
I thought it was a foul. Okay, my bad. So the Wildcats will force another turnover. Turnover number 15 for Livingstone on the day. Wildcats attacking left to right, the all-white trimmed in gold. Skip pass to the right-hand corner for Holden. Down low, Tyler on the right baseline. Takes a 5-foot jumper. No good. Got boxed out by Drakeford for the rebound. And here come the Blue Bears. Crawford to the left wing side. Hands to Green. Green, 2 dribbles, walks it back between the circles, puts her back to her defender, hands to Crawford, long 3 is good.
She's been on it all game. I seriously have to give it to her. I think she was one of the best players that Livingston has. She has been on it all game.
Well, Teresia Crawford is their best scorer, averaging 14.5 per game. Holden shovels it left baseline to
Gets
Johnson.
it right back to Alexandria.
Had her shot blocked, got it right back, retreats to the right-hand corner. 16 on the shot clock, lost the ball, got it back again at the free throw line. It cycles back to Holden, and the Wildcats will reset with 10 on the shot clock. Holden waits for the screen from Tyler, 5 to shoot. Holden, skip pass, right-hand corner, 3 on the way, way short. And a shot clock violation as it didn't even hit the rim. Tough sequence right there for the Wildcats on offense.
That was hard to watch a little bit, though.
Because we got blocked on a baseline runner by Johnson. We got it back, and then we didn't really create anything until a desperation heave at the shot clock violation. So as I mentioned, Jason Crawford is from Newark, Delaware, out of Caravel Academy, a state champion at Caravel Academy. Has been a top 15 prospect in the state of Delaware. She was 14 years old, competing with high schoolers.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Wildcats get a turnover on the far end. Kelly got fouled as she went up for a layup off a stretch pass by Jordan Brooks. Yeah, the last time we were on the air with the women's basketball team, you loved to use the term commitment when it went down to get into the paint, and I'm not seeing a ton of that.
Not today.
There's a lot of stopping just inside the free throw line and looking for a dish and looking for that perfect pass instead of kind of inviting that contact and trying to play through, draw the fouls, go up for layups.
When something is consistent and it happens over and over again, that's where the commitment comes into play, because you can't just go down to the paint and expect them to just not let you have the ball or grow up with it.
Maya Johnson checks in for the Cats. It'll be Janessa Kelly at the free throw line. First free throw as she dribbles it once, bends her hips, throws it up. Good. Kelly had 8 first half points, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, 3 of 5 from the floor. Didn't have a field goal attempt until that last one here in the second half. Nice. Second one is good. She's up to 10 points now, 3 in double figures for the Wildcats. Dorsey with 18, Brooks with 14, and Kelly with 10. 7:50 to go in the contest. Livingston on offense down by 15, 65 to 15. Long pass under the basket. Coit is right there for an easy layup.
She was able to pull them up, coming down from the press. The press was already halfway, sacking through the beginning of the halfway line.
Jordan Brooks runs the point, throws it left-hand corner to Dorsey. Dorsey still has a dribble, skip pass to Kelly. Kelly, one dribble, finds Brooks in the right-hand corner, drives baseline, try to get it to Tyler. Tough catch, Tyler reverses course, goes underneath and floats it in.
I called Ariel a reliable player. So for the women's basketball team, I think it's either Tyler or Sanai that might be a reliable player.
Transition elbow jumper is good for Boston Bates. 67-54, 7 minutes to play. Underneath, wide open, Janessa Kelly. Nobody covered her in transition.
That's how you read the court. You read your teammates. Doesn't matter what the other team is doing. Just make sure you focus on your game. Nice.
Wildcats gonna steal in transition.
There's the Sanai I know.
Sanai Tyler picks off a stretch pass at half court. The game's gone a little bit crazy here in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, I have. Still hasn't been able to call play. Slowed it down just a little bit.
Yeah, they slow it down. Here comes the play call from Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario. It's a flash to the elbow. Tyler, skip pass left-hand corner for Brooks. Has to jump way over her head to catch the ball. Back to Tyler at the elbow. 9 to shoot. Shoveled out to Dorsey. Right wing 3. Kaboom!
She's eating.
Damani Dorsey is the downtown queen tonight. That's her third 3 in 5 attempts. Boston Bates steps in, takes a long 2 from the left-hand corner.
Trying to match it.
No good. Rebound to Jordan Brooks. Brooks weaving through defenders all the way into the lane. She'll back out to the left-hand wing, pick up her dribble, go to Dorsey. She's open for 3 again, and she's got another one. Timeout,
Yes.
Livingston.
I'm sure that's why they called it. Blitter.
Damani Dorsey going
Oh
off
my goodness.
on Saturday morning.
She's up.
24 points
She's
in
up.
the ball game.
She's been. I told you this was going to be her game. Might be a season high.
I will double check that
I think
for
that
you
might be a season high.
right now.
Might be a season high.
Yeah. But the last couple of threes have come off of really chaotic plays where the Wildcats are jumping in passing lanes on defense, trying to force big steals at half court, not dropping back into a half court defense. So when Livingston does get through that press, they're getting easy buckets on the other end. Coit had an easy one. Bates has had a couple easy ones. The Wildcats still lead 73-54.
And I think Coach Creighton was definitely talking about that before. Like, you know, as soon as they're trying to get the ball, everybody's walking back. Sprint back. It doesn't matter if Livingston is still shotting down, you know, half-court line trying to get on defense. If we have the opportunity to be on offense and get our passes up, they have done it twice before. Let's do it again.
It is a season high for Damani Dorsey. Previously was 17 against Albany State last time women's basketball was on our airwaves. I'm going to check and see if that's a career high. I don't think so, but I will double check. Freshman year didn't play much. Sophomore year didn't have more than 24 sophomore year. How about last year? No, that is a career high. Breaking the previous high of 19 that you had against Grambling State last year.
Wow. Writing that down.
So a career high for Damani Dorsey, as she's got 24 points in the contest on 5 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Keep doing your thing, girl.
And has ballooned the lead to the Wildcats' largest lead of the game, 19, 73-54. 5 minutes left to go in the contest here at the State Farm Fieldhouse at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. Wildcats will still run that press. It's gotten into the front court, but thrown away, but tapped away.
That's what we're looking for.
That's deflected out of bounds. Janessa Kelly interrupts the Livingston flow. Here is Josiah Crawford. Crawford's had a really good game for the Blue Bears as well. Boston Bates up on top. Dribble handoff to Green going left. Now Crawford on an elevator screen, gets the ball on the right wing, throws it down low, and it's knocked away.
By Amaya.
They tried to post up for Drakeford, and now the Wildcats tried to post up the other way for Shomari Phillips, and it's turned over in kind by the Cats. Here comes Livingston. Right wing side, Green, skip past left-hand corner. Driving baseline is Bates. She got hip checked.
Yeah.
It's either going to be on Johnson or, well, either of the Johnsons, Alexandria Johnson or Maya Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson.
And it's going to be Alexandria Johnson's going to pick it up. And also in the game, 14 for Jordan Brooks, 10 for Janessa Kelly. 3 in double figures for the Wildcats, who nobody scored in double figures last night for Bethune-Cookman. Except, Johnson had 12 right at the end. Tyler had 8, Dorsey had 7. Chanel McDonald had just 4 last night. Mostly being held out of this game due to precaution, I think, Chanel McDonald. She did play last night. First free throw up and good for Boston Bates, the North Mecklenburg High School sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Bates got them both. Bates at North Mecklenburg High School, 3 seasons on varsity, went 74-13 in 3 seasons at the high school level. High post on the left-hand side. Here's Derasia Pitts, tries the euro through the lane, checks it back. 3 on the way. Off to the right by Shomari Phillips. Pitts tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds. Right to the right of our commentary position, courtside here at the State Farm Fieldhouse. Nice venue.
Yeah, I was just about to say, feels good to be on the court again.
Yeah. They had some Division I men's here last week with Dayton and Rhode Island and Towson. Left wing 3 in transition. No good. Rebound for the Wildcats. Alexandria Johnson running with it. Finds the cutting Shomari Phillips. Phillips on the board for the first time in the second half. She now is up to 5 points in the contest.
Jump ball.
Jump ball, and it'll give the ball back to Bethune-Cookman, who have the possession arrow. 4:34 to go in the game. 75-56 Wildcats over Livingston. Wildcats will play 4 more non-conference games before the end of the calendar year. They'll get Richmond on the road on the 16th. 2 games at the Stetson Invitational against Stonehill and William and Mary. Unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting those games.
Yeah.
Both Sabrina and I have other commitments.
Sorry.
Here's an elevator screen, a 3 from up top for Shamari
Rebound by
Phillips.
Maya.
Maya Johnson gets the rebound, but immediately loses it, try to kick it out in transition. 2-on-2 the other way. Green goes in, draws the contact on Shamari Phillips, and will head to the line. After the 2 games at the Stetson Invitational, 19th and 20th of December, they'll finish up on the 30th of December at JU in Jacksonville, and then start conference play on the 3rd of January as the Florida A&M Rattlers come to Moore Gym. Naisha Green at the free throw line, bends her knees, throws it up, rattles out. Last year, Livingston was pretty good, 9-7 in CIAA play as she got the second one. Good for second in their division. Lost in the first round of conference tournament to Bowie State.
Nice
Down
pass.
low, nice pass by Johnson.
Draws the foul.
Drew the center out of the paint and made it an easy look for Alexandria Johnson to get that foul.
Commitment. She went up with it, and she went through the whole entire time and was able to draw that foul. If we could do this again for the next 3 minutes and 58 seconds, that would make me so happy, because right now we're up by 20. We can really make it 30 if we,
So the Wildcats did something right there, as the first free throw is good by Alexandria Johnson, that I saw the men's team do a couple of times last night, where they had either Ariel or Ruzon, as the second free throw is good, 77-57, at the top of the key, distributing to draw the big out of the paint.
Yeah.
Long pass ahead, finds Naisha Green. They'll reset back to Crawford between the circles, down low, over the head of Drakeford and out of bounds. A turnover for the Blue Bears. Give it back to the Wildcats. And that little play where if you're confident enough in your center to distribute the ball can be really good at unlocking the painted area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Derasia Pitts lost the ball. It's going to be a tie-up, sending the ball back to Livingston. Johnson got into the front court, threw the ball to Pitts, and I think was expecting a quick return on a little pop pass.
Yeah,
and Pitts Pitts mishandled it. Possession arrow will go to Livingston. I've lost count of how many jump balls we've had in this game. It's over 5
for sure. Definitely over 5.
I think we had that much in the first half. 3:32 remaining in the contest. Bethune-Cookman looks set to pick up their second win on the season and go to 2-7. Livingstone will fall to 1-6. Livingstone to the front court with Cherry on the right wing side. Little up fake from Green, drives in, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to Pitts. Johnson running against her opposite number, Cherry. Stops to the free throw line but keeps her dribble. Plays right corner.
Nice pass. Take it up.
Underneath it goes. Pitts.
There she goes. That's what we're
Elevates
looking
and
for,
scores
baby D.
over Moore. And an immediate steal off an inbounds pass. Layup no good for Dorsey. On the ground it goes again, another tie-up.
And another jump ball.
It's me trying to count. How many?
That should be Wildcat ball. The possession arrow at the table says Livingstone ball.
Yeah, because they just had possession.
They just had it on the
not-
previous
yeah.
jump ball. It should be Wildcat ball there on another jump ball underneath. Again, for the second time in the game, Delani Dorsey just stays at home and picks off the inbounds pass.
Still, the reason why she's one of the best when it comes to steals. I think she probably has like 5, 4 or 5 between up.
Well, Damani Dorsey leads the
4 or
team
5.
in steals coming into the game with 9, has 2 credited today.
Yeah.
But she was preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the SWAC. Around a screen up top, driving left is Johnson. Switches hands, right hand floater, no good. Rebound to Crawford. Crawford pushes the pace. Screen, driving right side, all the way in front of the bench. Johnson denies the paint entry, and it's a turnover. Shamari Phillips off a stretch pass, layup, got it. Bench is loving it for the Wildcats. 83-57, 2.5 minutes to go.
We need that energy every single time. I think they're trying to get to 100.
Crawford trying to take it all the way in herself.
Nice drop pass.
Drop pass to Coit. Easy lay-in. She's got the footwork to post up in front of Maya Johnson there and get the easy layup. Wildcats will slow this thing down. Now go to a half-court set. One pass, wing three, kaboom! Shomari Phillips, just a simple elevator screen into a catch and shoot. 86-59 with 2 minutes left. And a timeout called by Livingston as the Wildcats aggressively trapped at the half-court line. And Coach Queen Smith calls timeout to prevent a backcourt violation.
Something that I'm also seeing, I think that we really don't see much is the Wildcats being extremely vocal, you know? And it's not just the bench, because obviously the bench is going to be vocal. They're cheering their team on. But it's the actual team that's on the court right now. Whatever players are on court, they're being vocal in their own ways. And that communication really has helped them be able to, you know, they were getting a little comfortable at third quarter. Now we're at a position where, like, okay, now let's take it up a notch. Sometimes it's not going to be able to work, but it's working now. Their communications, the synergy, it's working. Their post-game, everything is working the way it's supposed to. They're being level-headed. They're not, you know, choppy, if that makes sense. A little chaotic, but, you know.
Love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you inside all 15 Wildcat sports programs, hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Torillo, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman sports information staff. Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune into 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. And conference play is just around the corner for Bethune-Cookman basketball. Don't miss your chance to see the Wildcats in Moore Gymnasium. Season tickets start at $80 or single game ticket for $10. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the More Madness. Visit the BCU box office or go to bcuathletics.com/tickets. Speaking of Hail Wildcats Radio, new episode out today, talking about the Florida Classic and all the basketball action you can sink your teeth into. 1:52 to go. Coit, extra pass, right-hand corner. Livingston controls. Wild layup attempt by Bates.
Shot that way every time.
Just went right to Coit, and then she got fouled.
Yes. It's effortless for her. It's too easy.
Livingstone was picked 6th in the CIAA women's basketball preseason poll. They did not have a player named to the preseason all-conference team, and that's mostly because all 4 players who averaged 10-plus points per game, first free throw good by Coit, for them last year are gone, including all CIAA player Morgan Kelson. Brasia Scott was on the CIAA all-rookie team last year as a freshman, as she averaged 4 points and 4 rebounds. As a freshman, 86-61, 1:42 to go. Wildcats putting the finishing touches on what's been an excellent morning of BCU basketball here in Orlando. Derasia Pitts back to Tyler Butler, top of the key. Steps inside, throws a pass to the low block. It's kicked back out for Holden. Holden 10 on the shot clock. She'll move left with it, guarded by Crawford. Try to beat Crawford to the baseline. She does. Throws it up and draws the foul. Didn't get the bucket.
She knew she was going to draw the foul, though.
Coit came across and knocked her down as she was trying to put the shot up and in.
A team that I thought I was not going to reach a level of cohesion until conference play finally is starting to do that in the middle of the season, or the middle of the preseason, I could say. And I'm really excited to see if they're going to continue to build on that into conference.
Yep. I'm going to talk about Livingstone head coach Queen Smith. A really interesting career. Former assistant coach at Yale and has been a head coach at a couple of high schools in New Haven, Connecticut, and in South Carolina, where in 5 years she turned a winless team at South Point High School in South Carolina into a undefeated team. She played 4 years at Quinnipiac back in the 90s. 3-time conference defensive player of the year, 1,000-point scorer, and is still top 10 in Quinnipiac history in points, assists, and steals. This is, of course, the Livingston head coach, Queen Smith, as Livingston is trying to get the ball in the front court. They do. It comes to the baseline on the right-hand side. A mid-range jumper is good by Jamira Cherry. Wildcats once again running. Jade Parks traveled before she put the layup through. 1 minute to go.
She didn't have the ball in her hand. In
Queen,
my opinion, it wasn't a travel. Because she had it 1, 2, up.
Yeah. The final note on Queen Smith, right? She's in 4 separate basketball Hall of Fames.
It's kind of tough like that to be able to keep a long-time record.
Livingston with 45 seconds to go. They go down low to Coit. She gets one more bucket today. Coit's been good.
Yeah,
14 points on the day.
Quiet, but good for sure.
Quiet, but good. Throw down low to DeRasia. Pitch she works on. Coit, layup, no good. She shortchanged it.
I think she was trying to grab a charge down there. 27
seconds left. This will be the final possession of the ball game. Can Livingstone get one more bucket? The Wildcats will finish with 88 points. Stop and pop at the 3 for Cherry, no good. Put back by Coit is good. Takes her up to 16 points for the game. 8 seconds left. Holden into the front court. She will drive all the way in, try and score one more time. A wild layup is off the mark. Coit grabs the rebound, holds it high above her head, and this one belongs to the maroon and gold. The Wildcats take their second win of the season. They win 88-67, and they'll take 3rd place in the women's division of the HBCU Invitational here in Orlando. Stay on the line. We're going to have some post-game thoughts from Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario and hopefully Damani Dorsey as well. We'll see if Bryce can round them up. But,
he's ready.
Yeah, no, but a good game today for the Wildcats. Again, a game you should have won.
Yes. And that's why it's like iffy for me. Like, I'm extremely proud for them, but like this is something you should be doing. Anyways, this is required. But the cohesion that we did have with these Wildcats, I'm extremely proud to see how much they came, how much they build upon each other. I really didn't think that they were going to start being able to blend until, like, towards SWAC. But they're starting to blend now. I think now it's time to just build upon it.
And
Great win.
There's a picture being taken between Damani Dorsey and Berasia Coit, both from Baltimore, so I'm pretty sure they both know each other.
Yeah.
And also, Maya Gray, who didn't see the floor today, for Livingstone, also from the Baltimore area. So I'm sure those 3 grew up playing against each other in high school and AAU ball before that. And it's great to see these connections continue on up through the college game. We're going to be joined now on the Wildcat postgame show by Damani Dorsey. Damani, a new career high for you in points today with 24. You were on fire from the 3-point line. How important was a bounce-back game like this for you guys?
I think it was very important. It was a quick, turnaround, so we just had to be focused, locked in. We watched the scout, watched film, and we just all told each other we had to really come together and just be tough and get this win.
You guys really pushed the pace today, especially after turnovers and especially off of missed shots. Was that something that your coaches wanted you to get to?
Definitely. We run a lot in practice, so they made sure to emphasize that we have to run in the games as well.
You were the beneficiary of a couple of those easy buckets on the other end. I mean, every time you were sprinting down here past us, you're a little tired after 2 games in less than 24 hours?
A little bit, but, just go and recover and bounce back.
4 games left before conference play. How are you looking to attack those?
Definitely the same mentality that we had today, just toughness. We're not going backwards, we're going forwards. Make sure we have good practices and just put everything together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for a great game today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think a new career high for Damani Dorsey, 24 points. She hit 5 threes today, so a really good game for her. We're still waiting to hear from Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario. He now gets the headset. We're now joined by Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario here on the Wildcat postgame show. Coach, it felt like this was a game you guys needed after a rough one last night, quick turnaround, less than 24 hours later. What did you make of the team's performance today?
Team, we really talked about it's a new day. Yesterday was rough, to be honest and to be transparent, but we didn't have much time for a turnaround, and sometimes that feels like a disadvantage, but I felt like today it was an advantage. We had to turn the page. It had to be a new day. It had to be a new team right away, and a lot of times with maybe a tough game, you have to simmer in it for days and days and days, but this time we had less than it felt like about 12 hours. So, we were up 12 hours later watching film and eating and getting ourselves ready, and we just all morning we talked about it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day. And I felt like they came out here and played like that. We didn't even have film to watch of the game yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was like, it happened, but we don't have any record of it now, so we're just going to move on. We're not that team from yesterday. We're the team from today, and we're going to continue to get better. And I feel like we have been. We had a little roadblock, but every day getting better, a new day.
You guys decided, I don't know if that was a coaching decision or a player's decision, but you guys were going to run today.
Yeah.
Push the ball in transition, especially after missed shots.
Absolutely. I think that's been what we've been trying to do. And I'm really happy that we were able to do it today just to prove to our team that we're capable of it. We are more than capable of it, and I think sometimes when you don't see that success right away, you're like, oh, it's not going to work. But we keep telling them, keep running, don't let anything stop you, don't stop yourselves. And I think they saw today, if we can get out and we can do that, we're going to be really hard to deal with, and we're going to continue to get hot from the three, and so we're going to be able to get, layups and threes, and that's analytically wise, that's what you want to do a lot of times. And so I think we were able to prove to ourselves today, and that's what I cared about more than anything else.
Sabrina, you have any question for Coach?
No, I'm just really excited because my keys to the game was to run the ball, and seeing it in real life coming into play that you guys ran the ball multiple times over again. It's just a testament that you guys are capable of doing it, and you guys are ready to do it again. So I'm really excited for this upcoming season.
Yeah, me too. I'm really proud of this team. It's not easy. What they're doing is not easy. Our non-conference schedule is not easy, but last night was not easy. It was a hard night, but the next morning we were able to get up, and like I said, I kept saying new day, and they bought into that, and so I'm really proud of them for that.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
Yep.
Once again, your final score: Bethune-Cookman 88, Livingstone 67. And the Wildcats get their second win of the season. I'm looking at this live stat sheet. I don't think it's correct.
Yeah, me
so
neither.
I'm gonna pass judgment on the final stats and score lines. I think Bryce is going over to take an issue with that too, because I counted. Devon Dorsey had 24 points. It still shows them here with 18 and only hitting 2 threes. So we're gonna hold off on a final statistical breakdown. But let's just go with your final thoughts on the game today as the Wildcats win it 88-67 here in Orlando.
Great game with the Wildcats. Continue to press on, run again. Continue to be efficient and have that synergy that we're looking for with the Wildcats. Like that's one of the most extremely important things. You have done it today. You've done it before at Moore Gymnasium. Let's do it again. It's not going to be a really easy schedule coming up forward, but we've shown today that it's capable. So let's keep going.
That'll do it for the CatEye Network in 2025. We're done.
Yeah.
No more broadcasts for us, even though the women's basketball team plays some close games down the end. Both Sabrina and I have other commitments this December. We can't make those games work, so that'll do it for the CatEye Network for 2025. We'll see you on the 3rd of January for conference play. It's the Florida Classic on the hardwood as Florida A&M comes to Moore Gymnasium. Until then, wherever you may be listening, have a happy holiday. We'll see you in the new year. Thank you for supporting the CatEye Network all season long. For Bryce Hornowski, our SID, Sabrina Petit-Home here on the broadcast with me, Michael Toretto, ever thankful to be your voice of the Wildcats. We will see you next year. Hail Wildcats.
Happy holidays.